Now I want to bring in my line geometry that I want to groom on. So in the network view, I'm going to press Tab, Geometry, and I'm going to name this Lion Bind Geo. Think of this geometry node as a folder. So I'm going to double click inside this, and here we can add our limbic and bring in the bind pose. And here we can see it's 24 frames per second based on the scene defaults. If I change this here, press close, you can see it doesn't read in what the original animation was done on, so just make sure that you have that correct. Okay, now I'm going to add unpack. And under transfer attributes, if I click this drop down here, I could manually select all the different things there could be on this geometry, like sometimes you'll see normals, UVs, all that sort of stuff, but I'll just do a star to make sure that it brings in all the necessary elements. Now I'm going to add a convert node. And as you see, as I drop down nodes, I'm just clicking the farthest right part of each node. This is just to view it. This convert node will just make sure that the pack geometry is loading as a polygon, and that way I'll be able to select the faces. And then finally, I'm going to add a transform node. So as you can see, I'm viewing this node, but we don't see anything because the line is actually massive. So if I press F, it will focus on what's in the scene, or space G will also work. And in Houdini, 1 unit is a meter. And in Maya, 1 unit is usually a centimeter. So he's gigantic. I'm just going to change the uniform scale here to be 0.01. Press enter, and now once I view this and space G, you can see this is now 1 meter and he looks closer to scale. Another part with viewing nodes is that if I click this one, the template, the pink part, you'll see it shows you, it gives you a ghost version as reference of what that node is doing. Oops. Okay. Now, I've brought in the lion, but I don't want to put fur on the eyes and the teeth. So what I can do is if I go to this unpack node and go to the geometry spreadsheet and go to primitives, you'll see it has this path attribute, and this is almost like a, I guess kind of like an outliner in Maya. I can see all the different geometry and the name of it. So what I'm looking for is the name of the body. In this case, it's skin blend shape 1. So if I want to just only bring the skin in, I could go to the limbic and go selection object path and select the skin, accept, and now you'll see this has changed. It's only showing the skin. And if I go back to the scene view, the eyes and the claws and the teeth are now gone. And just another thing to note with Houdini and pass is that you'll see this $hip, $job, that sort of thing. If you want to ever copy and paste pass and you want to see the beginning part, if you just middle mouse click on the file name, you'll see it's showing now everything.